Hey friends, Mr. Ebsery here. Thanks for tuning in. You know, the autumn is an amazing time of the year. It's such a great season. We have 4 seasons, right? 4 seasons. There is winter, the worst one of them all. Everyone knows the winter's the worst. We have spring. We have the best one of them all, the summer. And then fall's pretty darn good too. That's just my opinion. Maybe yours is different. But the autumn is an amazing time of the year because there's something, it's almost magical how it happens. The trees change their color, right? It's like a painter came through and painted them. It's so beautiful. What kind of colors do they change? What colors do the leaves change to? Yeah, maybe you're thinking orange. Maybe you're thinking red. Maybe yellow. Or go ahead, say out loud the color. That one too. I'd like to sing a song today that talks about what happens with the leaves. The first part goes like this. Autumn leaves are changing colors, changing colors, changing colors. Autumn leaves are changing colors, all on the trees. Changing colors. When we sing this, let's make our magic fingers, because it's almost like magic the way they change. Let's do that. Here we go. Autumn leaves are changing colors, changing colors, changing colors. Autumn leaves are changing colors, all on the trees. After they change colors, something happens. The weather gets colder, the wind blows, maybe a big wind blows. Sure enough, the leaves float away, right? They fall off the trees. Let's sing this part. Autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down, down to the ground. And as we sing this one, we can bring our hands down like this. Autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down, down to the ground. And after this happens, there's a job that has to be done. It's one of my least favorite jobs because it seems like it never ends. And that is, do you know what it is? It's to grab a rake and rake them up. Okay, so we're just going to do this from our bottoms right now. Take your pretend rake, and here we go. Grab a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Grab a rake and rake them up. Let's do some work. Work is not so fun, but that's what we gotta do. Let's do it with the guitar now. Would you sing along with me while we rake? Grab a rake and rake them up. Rake them up, rake them up. Grab a rake and rake them up. Let's do some work. But when the work is done, we can have some fun, right? The work has to come before the fun. It's better that way. You know what it is? We've made a nice pile of our leaves. When we raked them up, let's jump in it. All right? Make a pile and then jump in. Woo, then jump in. Woo, then jump in. Woo. Make a pile and then jump in. Woo. Let's have some fun. That's our song. We got 4 different parts. First, the leaves change color. Then the leaves fall down. Then we rake them up. We do the work, and then we have the fun. We jump in. Okay? So, I'd like you to stand on up and imagine this. Okay? Imagine that you have turned from a young child in this crazy twist of fate. You've woken up this morning and you are a leaf stuck to the top of a tree. And as the wind blows, you wiggle in the wind. But you're still stuck to that tree. The wind stops, and you stay still. Here comes the wind. Here's the wind. A bigger wind blows. But you're still stuck on the tree. magically, in time, you start to change colors, and we sing. Autumn leaves are changing colors, changing colors, changing colors. Autumn leaves are changing colors, all on the tree. Tell your neighbor what color you turned into. Still stuck on the tree, though. The wind blows again. And the temperature gets a little colder. Brr, chisel, chisel, chisel. Temperature blows. Wind blows even stronger, and you shake even more. Until finally, you detach from the tree. And you float around the classroom. Go ahead, float, float, float. As you float, you sing, autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down, down to the ground. All right, and you float, float, float until you land on the ground. Have a seat. But you're not there for long because another wind blows and you get up and float back down the street. Until finally, you land again. Have a seat on the ground. Here you are, on the ground. It's such a pain because we just cleared our yard. We just mowed the grass. It was so beautiful. And now, look at all the leaves that are right there on our lawn. There's a job that needs to be done. We're going to need you to transform back into your human form. And in a moment, you'll stand up and go to the imaginary shed and get yourself an imaginary rake. Go! Bring that rake back to the carpet. And we're going to rake up the leaves while we sing. Grab a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Grab a rake and rake them up. Let's make a pile again. Grab a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Grab a rake and rake them up. Let's do some work again. Grab a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Grab a rake and rake them up. Let's do some work. After all that work, you look down at your lawn, you see a big, beautiful pile of leaves. It's time for the best part. We're jumping in those leaves in a safe way, in your own personal space. We jump, ready? And while we sing, make the pile and then jump in, then jump in, then jump in. Make the pile and then jump in. Let's have some fun again. Make the pile and then jump in, then jump in, then jump in. Make the pile and then jump in. Let's have some fun. Lastly, one big, huge jump on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, friends. We've sang our song. We'll see you again soon.